All right, all right. Good morning, top of the morning. It's almost 9 a.m. on the East Coast. It is cold out here. It's about 30 degrees, and I feel like a plan is coming together. Yes, indeed. When times are like this after you come off a losing season, people switch up, but I'm very positive. I could see a plan coming together. Yes, indeed. Early this morning. We're going to go over couple players hit the transfer portal. We're going to talk about the players hitting the transfer portal. But I want to say, hold on and be patient. Coach Prime has a plan. Now, I'm saying he has a plan. I haven't talked to him, but I know he got a plan. He got to have a plan. You know what I'm saying? To turn this thing around. I'm going to listen to what Shannon had to say last week. He said the time is ticking, but I could see a plan coming together. Yes, indeed. I know some people have said he might have to go and get 60 players from the transfer portal. That's diabolical. 60 players is diabolical, as they say. It's diabolical. But hey, man, it's a rebuilding phase. Couple players, Tion Parks. I'm sure you guys know Tion Parks. He don't put his name out there. Um, About to hit the portal and all that right there. And so that's news right there, Tion Parks. If anybody know what you think about Tion Parks, let me bring that up. As a matter of fact, let's see. Yeah, Tion Parks. And let me just click on his profile on here and see what's happening here. The brother's from Detroit, Michigan. He's a cornerback, 6'1", 180. He put himself out there in the transfer portal. Um, he had transferred in from, he had enrolled in 2023 at Illinois State Redbirds. And then he put himself in the portal. He came on to Colorado. Now he enters the transfer portal again. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some more people, some more players that hit the transfer portal. But as of right now, that's what's happening. Top of the morning to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody got a little bit of coffee in you. Uh, I'm not really a coffee drinker too much, but I'm up. Top of the morning, man. We get into the news. I feel like some news coming today because it's Saturday. We don't have no football. Ain't no football being played right now. The season was cut short. Yes, indeed. The regular season is over for the Buffs, but they are regrouping and retooling. They got a plan, and they say they can. Yes, indeed. Please wipe your feet off when you come on in the house and hit the like button if you may. Also subscribe. Yes, indeed, because I'll be going live all the time. Yes, indeed, covering this story. It's major stories coming out of Colorado. A lot of it is hearsay. We're gonna have to preface that right now. A lot of it is hearsay. Okay, it's hearsay when they say 60 players. They got to get in the transfer portal. I mean, damn, they said 60. I know we're losing a lot of seniors. Okay, that I know. Um, and that's just the way it is. People losing eligibility, they graduating, moving on to bigger and better things. But we're talking about the future right now. We're talking about the 2026 season. Yes, indeed. Now, my thinking is I'm thinking 2026, 2027. But right now, let's just worry about the off season. So, what do we have in the off season right now? A lot of transfer portal news, um, like that, and players going to be getting ready for the combine and pro day and stuff like that. So, we're going to be covering that. And but most importantly, right now, we covering this transfer portal news, and we're trying to figure out what players are coming on in. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The transfer portal opens up, I believe, January 2nd, 2026 is when the transfer portal opens up, and it's going to open up for a little bit. But to note, we all know this already. There's only going to be one transfer portal. Yes, indeed. So they're going to have to make it count. And a couple years ago, they were at the top of the transfer portal hill, and they acquired a lot of players, but unfortunately, a lot of those players are gone for whatever reason, some out of eligibility. But what I can say to you is this: history often repeats itself. Hopefully, it's going to be some good history. Now, what do I mean by the good history? Colorado, their recruiting staff, they were able to acquire um, the services of Chidozie, the services of Jimmy Horn Jr., LeJontay Wester. Okay, so and like I said, LeJontay's in the NFL. Jimmy Horn is in the NFL, and that's what I want to say. Right, be positive on this because Coach put a lot of players in the NFL now. Let's not forget that. You said Juju might leave. Go offense, not a good fit. He better, let me say, he better in an air raid. You know, thank you for bringing that up. I must be honest with you. I don't know a lot about the go offense. However, I do, from me reading up on it, I have seen offenses similar. Okay. I've seen offenses similar. So what you're saying is there's a lot of complex running schemes and different things like that. They're going to be running the ball heavy. That's a good thing for me, running the ball heavy. Why? Because we have some foundational players there right now that can run that ball. Okay. Don't think number 7 can't run that ball now. He sure can. He can run that ball. And we have a few other players there, right there on that running back room that can run that rock, man. And they ready to run the rock. They want to run the rock. They want to. I don't even have to talk to them. They said, I'm just hearing the spirit. Max, we ready to run this rock. They ready to run the rock. Okay? Ready to run the pigskin, whatever you want to call it. But yes, indeed, man. How's everybody doing at the top of the morning? Hope everybody is well on this Saturday. How you doing, Eric? How you doing, King? King in the house. Eric, what's going on? The realist. The realist 35. Talk to me. Tell me what's good, the realist. You said Juju might leave, but look. Oh, by the way, Juju is not leaving. You heard it here first. You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna be the one to break it, but I'm saying it here now. You hold me to it. Hold me to it now. Like Max, you sure he not leaving? Yeah, he not leaving. Because he posted that they got a new offensive coordinator. He posted that on his social media. And look this, we got Noah come up in here with the little spam in the day, early in the morning. They on the job early this morning. Yes, indeed, on the job early this morning. I can't even keep up with all the spam. Yeah, spam alert. They got to be on the job. But here's the thing: Juju's not leaving, right? Now, why do I say that? He posted that they have a new offensive coordinator. He posted on his social media. Oh yes, yes he did, and I'm gonna show you because there's a lot of talk about people hitting that portal. Yes, indeed, people switching up left and right. But it's okay for people to switch up left and right. That's okay. But what I want to show you, let me just get it together here. I actually, yeah, let me find wait a minute. Let me go back. We got a little bit of spamming. Yes, we do. Boy, they get me early this morning, aren't they? It sure is. You said that means nothing. Dang. He said it early this morning. He said, Max, come on, man. What you trying to say is this what you trying to say when you said it means nothing. What you pretty much saying is, Max, man, we in the real world here, man. That means nothing. Ain't nothing but money talks. You said money talks. Hey, listen, motivated. Hey, I can't even argue with you. Motivated and dedicated. I can't even argue with you, man. Money do talks out here in this world we live in. However, I'm holding him to it. He shared it on his social media that he is not. He didn't say he's not leaving, but why would he share that on his social media? Okay, we're gonna have to go to Julian Juju Lewis. Yes, indeed. We're gonna have to go to his social media because we're gonna have to show you. Because I'm I'm going around social medias to see what time it is, man. To see what time it is. Now let me find his let me see if I'm hopefully I saw this right. It might be on his stories. Let me see. Okay. Let me just go ahead and pause that and then show you guys one time for the March of Dimes. Yes, indeed. He should look, let me show you. Let me show you, man. Because I know what people say, man, he leaving, Max. Look at that. Juju posted that right there. Okay. He posted on his story 11 hours ago. Brendan Marion. Brennan Marion, okay? Offensive coordinator, Colorado Buffaloes. Okay. I had to do my research on Brendan Marion because at first I'm like, he ain't got too much experience, but I started, look, we got, look, spam alert. All right. They visiting us today. We got the spammers going on. Let me get this one last one out. But you see that right there, right? You said you got to talk to his dad. How do I get in touch with his dad? Do I have to retweet him or have to hit him up on the tweet? You said, hope they keep London Merritt. London Merritt, he already said why people speaking for him. He already said that. He said, Unc, why they speaking on me, man? He's not talking to me. He was talking to who did he say that to? He said that to Duke the Scoop. He said, Unc, why they speaking on me, man? He said, why they speaking on me? Okay. He said, why they speaking on me? Motivated, you saw it. He said, why they speaking on me, man? Now, everything that I'm hearing is secondhand information. I don't have any inside with the team because if I did, I'll tell you. I'm like, look, man, he ain't leaving, and that's just on me. You can just and Jess in the house. He's not a troll. Jess is him. What are you saying about Shane Coates? Let me see. Shane Coates is starting that run. Oh Lord, come on, Jess. You got to make it realistic. Say he gonna be a coach or something. I wouldn't mind having Shane back as a in the roster in the coaching staff. He's a smart guy. But let me just say this. You see that right there. Juju put that in his stories. He didn't tweet, he put it in his story. So Juju ready to go. Now all they have to do is tell Juju, like, look, you are the starter. Okay. You are the starter. We're gonna get you with Shador in the off season and Cam. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna be with the NFL quarterbacks and get your work put in. You see what I'm saying? And take Staub with you. Take him with you because just in case, I want everybody to be ready. Take them all with you. Okay. Take them all with you to go get some this here training. Okay. Because y'all all need it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get with Daryl because y'all need it. Okay. Because I don't know what Daryl was telling Shador and on Cam, but it worked. So, and I don't know what he told the quarterback from Florida State. Yes, indeed, because it worked. Well, they ain't have too much of a good season. They surprised everybody. But check this out. Even Florida State had an off season. Sometime it happens, folks. You said Marion is going to fit the offense around Juju creativity. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, Thompson. Thompson, thank you for saying it. Because I feel like I'm by myself this morning. I feel like I'm by myself, man. You said what's going to hurt Prime is he going to have to pay the freshman standouts from this year, and he's going to have to pay the transfers. Don't know if he's going to have the budget. You remember when that news story came out? Just Google that news story where it said that Colorado is in a deficit. Well, they mentioned something in that article that they had to allot 20 some $million for the roster. When I say for the roster, I'm talking about, coaching, everything to run it. So they got some money somewhere. But they saying they're in a deficit. I don't know, man. How are they in a deficit? I know a lot of schools are in a deficit. I know that's not like breaking news. I mean, a lot of schools are reporting in the red. However, that can all be changed with a winning season. You hear me? Get to a nice, respectable bowl game. Okay. Sponsor gonna be rolling on in. That's it. Now, as far as the budget, I don't know. I'm not privy to the budget, but what I'm privy to is they got a plan. You know what that plan is? That plan is to turn this thing around, man. This is the worst season coach has ever had. Yeah. In his whole coaching career. Do you realize that even going dating back to Jackson State, this past season was the worst season he has ever had. He's not trying to be sitting there wearing that kind of type of cologne. He's trying to wear that winning cologne. Now, how you going to wear that winning cologne? You got to go out and acquire some more pieces to reinforce. But don't he got Brandon Davis Swain there? Don't act like he ain't got Brandon Davis Swain. I forget the other guy that got hurt. That's supposed to take Chidozie place. He's still there. About to come back. Brandon Davis Swain's still there. Okay. Tafik Byard is still there, correct? Tafik's still there. Draylon's still there, right? Omarion's still there. So yeah, you said Swain a dog. That's why I mentioned him. That's gonna be. I'm putting this on him. He thinking NFL. See, that's one of the guys. I know he's thinking that. I'm thinking NFL. That's what he's thinking. He looked like a dog. Like he played like the optics are there. He worked hard. From what I'm hearing, from what everybody telling me. You said Ben Finisef is coming back and will be the player of the year. Oh, Jess, man. Well, he gonna like that you said that. Maybe he might aspire. Has some aspirations on being let's just say the Big 12 player of the year. How about that? So they got some players coming back. Now, they got to figure out. I know they working on that offense, right? I'm not worried about the offense because as long as you got a running game, you can win some games now. As long as you saying Juju dad is the key. I'm gonna come back to that. You said I'm not worried about anyone leaving. Yeah, we trying to see who's coming in. But they got a good foundation. That's why I mentioned all of those guys. They have a good foundation right now. Now, Omarion just completed his third year, so I don't know if he's trying to go ahead and get up in that draft. But if he comes back, so that's a good start right there. Okay. And I forget the other wide receiver name. He pretty good too. But like I said, Tafik coming back. That's a straight dog. Stoutmeyer, I think he had received an injury. He was coming back from an injury, but he's still there. And like I said, I ain't worried about the offense right now as long as they run that ball. And they got Juju and they Jordan Seaton's still there. Only thing, hold on a second. Yeah, so we got a lot going on here, man. You said that's a lie, but we have 38 seniors that are part of that. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. So I talked about that yesterday. Yes, we have 38 seniors that are supposed to that are leaving. And I don't know what's the other 60? Like what's making up the 60? I don't know yet. Now we getting secondhand information. I'm not saying that these brothers are lying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying they lying, but they more privy to the back end than I am. I'm not privy to anything. You see, Jess saying fire Coach Hart, but see, I'm not privy to it. You said Omari Miller dropped many balls, but he got talent though. He gonna be all right. But the thing is, I'm getting secondhand information. They did say 60. That's the number. Over 60. Listen, I understand, you got to replace the seniors. That's just what it is. But I don't know who the other over 20 might be. I don't know. That's a lot. Okay. I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie to you. That's a lot. But all teams lose a certain amount of players. But with a rebuilding team, it hurts for a rebuilding team. I'm not talking about an already established team like Alabama, Georgia, Texas A&M, Ole Miss. They're gonna lose a lot. I think Ole Miss gonna lose a lot. So guess what? Maybe they want to come over this way. Come on up to Boulder and see what's happening. You said Matt McChesney need to be a coach for CU. Well, I don't know. You talking about the O-line coach? I don't know. I don't know what the talks are. I don't know, what's going on. But I know they said 60. When I said 60, I'm like, wait a minute. For a rebuilding, see, that's not out of the norm, but for a rebuilding team, that hurts a little bit. You said, no, Matt is not loyal. You said they have to go upgrade your talent and hit the right position. Right. They had a problem with that run game, stopping the run game, allowing so many rushing yards. And it all started with that Georgia Tech game. And like I said, the quarter I told y'all in the beginning of the season, ain't nobody really too tough stopping that Georgia Tech quarterback. And sure hell not. And a lot of teams couldn't stop him. When he want to run, he's gonna run. And we sure as hell couldn't stop him. So I like, yo, he's good. People say, nah, man, he mid, Max. It's just the defense. And I said, well, watch what he do this season. So he did good this season. However, a lot of other teams steamrolled. That's what you call steamroll. We got belt to behind on us 3 times this year. Belt to behind. That one, oh my God, I'm still feeling that one loss. Remember that one loss where they were down by 40 before halftime? That was belt to behind. Okay. I ain't never seen coach get beat that bad. Never. And I'm even talking about the Oregon game. Because they got belt to behind on the Oregon game, but not like that. That was belt to behind and embarrassing. Okay. I ain't seen nothing like that in my life. And you said Levante and Wankos up front. You said we had that. He not there, is he? You talking about Shadozy, bro. He not there. I didn't see him. I thought he was still there. Is he still there? Is Shadozy brother still there? Or am I tripping? I didn't see him. You said Dylan Edwards would be good in the go-go. He's fast. Hey, maybe he might don't maybe he might double back. Yeah, Jess saying fire. Come on, Jess. Jess, it's too early. You seeing sitting up here firing Bucky. Bucky not a coach. Bucky the cameraman. Yeah, oh yeah, you said we had that. What happened? Where did he go? I didn't see him. I'm like, is he still on the team? That's a good up and comer, you know what I'm saying? You said I would give Robert Livingston one more year to go figure things out. Yeah, because couldn't stop the run, personnel. I think it was personnel issues. You said Matt still big Matt. He didn't get well. His boy got hired. And it's not like he's not running his academy. I think he's straight. You said Hart a decent recruiter. Just move him to recruiting staff. Well, he gonna have to get some linebackers up in there, or they might have some that's ready to go now. But like I said, for a rebuilding team, 60 is a lot of players to lose. That's a lot. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. But however, you just got to go get them. They got junior college out there, right? JUCO. There's a lot of avenues you can explore here to get it together, you know. But I know a lot of people are impatient. They want to win now. Win. That's how it is. What have you done for me lately? Type of league. But I'll say this is a rebuilding situation. Rebuilding and see what goes from there. You said him and Moore are cool. It's been rumored that the higher ups in CU don't want Matt on the staff. Damn. He played football there. That's crazy. I don't know about that. It's crazy, man. But he said 60. He said that's what he heard, man. I understand the seniors are leaving. Okay. You got to go replace that. But then the others, ooh, that's a lot. You see a 8-4, 7-5 season. This is definitely a rebuild. Hey, if they score an 8-4 season, that's a success. 8-4 is good. You said can Matt Chesney help Coach Prime with the Colorado recruits? I would think so, because he has a lot of access. People come to him for training. He placed people in colleges just himself. He placed quite a few people in the SEC. And he's placing one player. You know he's 3 and done. And so, yeah, that's who he's training. You said ain't no 60 leaving. That's a lie. I hope so. Like I said, we're getting secondhand information. They both said it. Him and Buff said it. Buff and Prime said it. Sure did. He said he is not giving up his sources. He said they ain't giving up their sources, man. They got sources, man. He said, man, unpredictable dude. He's not gonna let Prime lowball his players in the NIL. He get a cut. Well, we're gonna have to wait and see. So this is gonna be a good off season. A lot to talk about. A lot to discuss. Let me see what Shannon and them talking about, because they were talking about like he only got, but see Juju right there. I just want to show y'all that. He put that on his stories. Okay. You said the new OC changes everything. They got a running game. That's what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be running heavy. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Running heavy. Let me see what we got here. See what Unc and them saying. I saw this earlier, but I never really got around to it. They said Unc and Ocho concerned time is ticking on Coach Prime.
I don't mind having praise when I do good, but I don't mind getting blued when I do bad. That's what you expect. When you get into coaching, you already know. Every once in a while, it's not often, Ocho, that your first job is your last job. Because there's a good chance you're gonna be like a Pentecostal minister. Every 7 years, your ass getting shipped somewhere else. Or if you're in the military, you might start off at Fort Stewart or Hunter or Fort Carson or Fort Digg, Fort Bragg. You might start there, but you ain't ending up there. You understand that. You understand when you're in the military, the friend that you had in the first grade, you probably not going to have them in the 4th or 5th grade, Ocho. And the ones you have in the 5th grade, by the time you're a freshman, they're going to be just a memory. That's how it works. And when you're a coach, you already know. Hey, baby, don't unpack them bags. Don't you unpack the bags.
Hey, that's crazy how that works, though. It's crazy how it works that to know that if things don't go well in a 2 or 3 year span, there's a chance that you might have to uproot your family again.
Yeah.
And again. I mean, just you know, I changed my mind. You don't have to coach. I just thought about that.
You tell me.
Yeah, I wouldn't think about everything else that comes along with that. Hell no.
They lose by the score 24-14 to K-State. Salter had 14 to 25, 172 yards and an interception. Yep. They ran the ball 47 times for 151 yards. They just got to get more talent.
That's it. That's what Brother Lane will be able to pull that off.
Hey, a donkey is not winning the Kentucky Derby. I don't care who his trainer is. Bob Baffert, Suge McGahee, D. Wayne Lucas, rest their soul. Doesn't matter.
I got to use that.
He right about that. He said a donkey is not winning the Kentucky Derby, no matter how you dress it. What he pretty much saying is, you know how he come up with his sayings? He said, you need some personnel up in there. A donkey, he's right, a donkey is not winning the Kentucky Derby. It's not happening. It's not happening, man. It's not happening. You got to have the Hogs come up in there for that defensive line. That defense and offensive line, it starts there. You got to need the Hogs. Okay? You got to have people, not just regular Hogs. You got to have Hogs that's trying to get to the league. Them type of Hogs. And every snap matters for them. Every snap matters. You know, every personnel matters. So you can have all the good coaches, but you got to have the players. And they got to buy into the system. They got to be all in. You know, I know Matt is talking about, you know, them not learning the fight song. And it's important, but you need somebody that's thinking NFL, man. You need a bunch of those people. You get a bunch of those people, I'm talking about NFL. Like, there's no option for me. NFL. He said, fire the chaplain. Yep. That's how you got to do it, man. But yeah, like he said, ain't no donkey winning Kentucky Derby, man.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if Ron Turcotte, rest his soul, he was on the back of Secretariat. I could have been on the back of Secretariat, and that horse was going to win all 3 races. That chestnut coat was that bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes, Ocho, it don't even matter about you. Secretariat was just that bad. So when you got, sometimes you just have to like not get in the way, but Coach Prime is going to have to build this thing up.
Yeah.
He might have to do less of the portal. Because he had one of the receivers, the top receivers in the country at Arizona State was at Colorado. He left before time got there. Jordan, what's the Arizona State receiver? Tyson Jordan.
Hey, Arizona State.
Jordan Tyson.
He wear number 0, right? That's the one? He wear number 0, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. I think I know who you're talking about.
But it's like he rated high.
Like that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 0. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. He nice. Yeah, he nice.
But he's gonna have to get it fixed this year, Ocho. Because I think the natives are gonna get restless.
Yeah.
Because he said he was coming with Louis. He said, "I'm bringing my luggage." Now, look, the likelihood of you find another Travis Hunter,
that ain't happening.
I mean, it just goes to show you the impact that 2 players can have. your quarterback and a dual threat. But he's going to have to get it together this year. 2026 is going to have to be a 8-win season.
Right. That's crazy.
Because you would have had enough time. I get the first year, but this will be his fourth year. You would have had time to get a couple of recruiting classes in. These are your guys now.
Right.
They no longer belong. I don't know who the coach was before him. Who was the coach before he was? Darrell?
All right. See, the
I know
thing
they
is
won
with
one
that,
game.
I understand, okay, this going into the fourth year, but the problem is the first year was a complete roster turnaround. Okay, they won 4 games. The second year, they were able to get to a bowl game, Heisman Trophy winner, right? Really good season. But they all left. Shadozi not there no more. All of them not there no more. Like you said, 1 or 2 difference makers, they make a difference. They had more than 1 or 2 difference makers. They had a whole team of steppers. They had some steppers on that team, man. Them boys was out there thinking NFL. They were out there stepping. Now you got to go, and the thing is, the steppers left. Okay? The team was depleted a little bit. Yes, they went out and got the offensive line right. They did. They got it right. But it just didn't work out with the quarterback this year for whatever reason. It just didn't work out. That was a major problem as well in stopping that run. They lost a stepper to Alabama. They lost another stepper to Tennessee. And he's sitting up there trying to sit up there and win a Thorpe on us. And they're running for the Thorpe Award. That's a major blow. No more Silman Craig. Lost Silman Craig to the NFL. We lost Will Shepard to the NFL. We lost Travis. I call him Travis Squared because he played 2 positions, lost him to the NFL. Shador to the NFL. Jimmy Horn to the NFL. LeJontay Wester to the NFL. BJ Green to the NFL. Damn. They lost all them NFL players. We even lost the original mate to the CFL. They lost a lot of people, man. So that's why it's rebuilding again because of that first year. You lost a lot of players. A lot of players that you probably could have developed. But the thing is, he didn't tell all those players to leave. A lot of them got together and said, look, we leaving before that spring game. That's what happened. I already knew when Travis and them was, I said at the beginning of the season, when Jimmy and them was there, the last season Jimmy and them was there. I said, I'm enjoying this because they about to leave. So they got to rebuild again. I even said it. They got to rebuild again. And that's why, like, damn, okay, the fourth year, what's going on? Yeah, but they got to rebuild. Now, they could win this year. They just got to go out and get the right steppers. That's it. That want to win. That's now people going to get restless, but I want to tell the people that's getting restless, you're going to have this a rebuilding phase, fam. Okay? Say his name nicely in 2027. Better say his name nicely because that thing are all the way turned around. It'll be all the way turned around. You said Prime bought firefighters there. I was like, damn, Prime, no, he ain't got no pros on the team. Maybe 1 or 2. He got about 1 or 2 that definitely gonna make a roster spot for sure. I can see it. Because them kids, man, they had a quiet game. They were always at the ball. They were always rushing the quarterback. I like how Arden Walker built himself up. He came back to the team. Remember, he had transferred out. He came back. Stapper. Okay, but you need a little bit more steppers. They got to go get them. It's a certain type they got to get. And see, this year, Prime is feeling good to where he can sit there and interview the potential people coming in. Like, okay, I want this when I can see it. He needs some people that's thinking NFL, DJH. You hear me? You say Colorado need better players. His trench players are not good. But guess what? He got in-state competition now. Oh, yes. He got in-state competition. Jim Mora Jr. is in the damn building. Now he going to try to get all the in-state players. I guarantee you he going to turn that Colorado State around. He getting ready to turn that thing around, man. I remember him when he coached Michael Vick in Atlanta. I remember that. So this is getting ready to be, he getting ready to turn that school around. He about to put them on the map. So they going to have to get some of that in-state talent. You know what I'm saying? They got them. You said they not playing CSU this year. Crazy work. Right. That'll be, yeah, they not. But you're going to start hearing their name, though, CSU. You're going to start hearing it, especially by the second year. Now, I know a lot of people saying, well, can Coach go out there and visit and go to the players' homes? He said he's not hard to find. He said the kids with this internet stuff, they get on the internet and listen to it. They know what's up. He said they know what we need. And he looking for some players out there like, look, I'm a stepper, and I know you need help. The reinforcements are coming. He needs somebody like that. Now, my thing is, I don't know. I have to go back and look in the records to see how he got Travis Hunter like that. I think Travis just wanted to play with him regardless. I think that's what it was. Travis sought them out. Like, I'm playing for Prime. That's just what it is. Or did he go to his house? Did he go to his house? How did they get Jordan Seaton, man? So if they can get Jordan Seaton and get Travis Hunter, sky's the limit. I don't care what nobody say. He was the only coach in college football to acquire the services of Travis Hunter and Jordan Seaton when everybody was trying to get him. So he can go get some more. Now, let me tell you this. If he sit there and start going to their house, it's over with. That might not be fair. That might not be fair. If he start going to these kids' houses, the kids might not know what he did, but the parents do. You said Juju believes, JC, but yeah, he need people to believe. He need people to say, look, you need my help. I'm going to go help this Hall of Fame coach out. I'm not going to let him get embarrassed no more. He need my help. Okay? He need my help, and I'm on my way. He need my help now. Okay? And look, that's not a bad word. I know Matt was saying he got a bunch of mercenaries. That's not a bad word. You need some mercenaries. You need some people to come in that ain't playing. Okay? You need the mentality. This is what he need. All he need on defense right now. He already have. I'm not talking about Tafiq Byard because he already a dog. Okay? He's already there. Tafiq and them need help. So Tafiq, Brandon Davis Swain, Tafiq, Brandon Davis Swain, and a few others need some help. So guess what? Let me see what he need. He needs on defense, he needs 1, 2, 3, 4. He needs 6 more players. He needs 7 more players. That's all he needs. I'm not talking about, he got to go out in 60. He needs 7 steppers. Okay? He needs 7 that say, guess what? I'm a mercenary. Damn right I'm a mercenary. I'm coming in a wreck shop. Okay? Every game is beef. Every game. Every game is beef. It's on every single game. It's up. It's beef. Okay? We're gonna go take what we want. That's the mentality we need. We need to take what we want. We're gonna play bully ball. We're gonna take what we want. Yeah, mercenaries know they good at kicking ass. So that's a good word, mercenaries. They charge a fee for the services. You damn right. As long as the paper is proper, we're coming to go take some stuff. We're not going to ask nicely. We're going to go take it. Okay? We're going to sit up there and play bully ball, and we're going to sit up there and take that Big 12 title. I don't care. I don't care what the naysayers are saying. I need somebody. I'm about to say it again. I said it a couple years ago. I'm about to say it now. I need somebody with the spirit of Lawrence Taylor. I need somebody with the spirit on that offensive line of the Pouncey brothers, the Pouncey twins. If you know, you know. One played at Miami and one played in Pittsburgh. They retired together and they go in the Hall of Fame together. Damn right. I need that spirit. I need the spirit of Orlando Pace. Okay? I need the spirit of Jumbo Elliott. Damn right. I need the spirit of Michael Vick. Okay, play some free ball. God damn it. Okay? They got the running back, so I'm not talking about the running backs. They got them already. They got the steppers in the running back position. They got a stepper at quarterback. They got a stepper already. They got one. We only going to enjoy him for one more season because I know he headed to the NFL, Jordan Seaton. He's a bona fide stepper. We need more. He need more reinforcements because the other ones don't have no more eligibility. Okay? I need the spirit of the Bosa brothers. Okay? I need the spirit of what's his name over there in Cleveland, getting all them sacks. Okay? I don't care if you got Coach Sapp there. It doesn't matter if you ain't got the personnel. Period. Okay, check this out. I look, I'm talking about how I am right now. Okay? What if, listen, I don't care if you have Dom Capers as your defensive coordinator. If you got a bunch of people like me, like at my age, you ain't gonna win. You need some. I'm not saying I'm not a stepper, but I'm too old. You need some steppers, okay? You need steppers where it's competition in practice, okay? The practice is up. The practice is so grueling that the game is easy. That's what they need. The spirit of Myles Garrett, okay? That's what they need, man. They need it. They need a Myles Garrett. They can go find him. But once they identify him, yeah, that's a mercenary. Forget the Louis luggage. We need some mercenaries. Okay? We ain't caring about no Louis luggage. That'll come when you get the job done. All that stuff will come in time. But we here to kick some ass. Okay? We're here to kick some ass. That's what we're here to kick. Okay? We're here to kick. I'm sorry. In advance, we're here to kick ass for 60 minutes and we go home. That's it. And go watch some film. Okay, because it ain't done yet. We're gonna go watch some film together. Because we sitting up here trying to make the damn league. Okay? That's it. But we're gonna take it though. We're gonna sit up there and we're gonna perform a heist. That's it. We're gonna take it. Now who with me? This is Ocean's 11. Let me tell you something, man. I wish I was younger and I played for Coach Prime. You know what I'll say to him? I said, listen here. I respect my elders. Okay? I respect my elders, coach. I know you don't cuss, but I respect my elders. I'm apologize in advance. I'm not here for the bullshit. I'm here to kick some ass. Okay? I'm here to kick some ass, and it starts in practice. That man in front of me, I'm going to put some spoting on him. That's an old country saying. He know what I'm talking about. I'm about to put some spoting on his ass. Okay? I'm going to put some spoting on his ass, and still iron sharpens iron. I'm going to make sure he's better. We're going to have a couple fights in practice. I apologize in advance. We're going to have a fight in practice. I apologize in advance. Okay? Here's my fee. If you can pay my fee, the mercenary is coming. That's right. I'm not coming with no Louis luggage. I'm coming with my tote bag. That's it. I'm coming with my tote bag, a little deodorant in my tote bag, and a little toiletries, little underwear, and I'm on my way. I don't need no clothes. I got the practice gear. I'm here to kick some ass so I can sit up there and get into the league. That's it. I'm trying to shake Roger Goodell's hand on that stage. I'm here to kick some ass. Look, they need the mentality of that dude from Alabama one time. Yo, It was this dude, yo, and Coach Saban, he was there with him. He was sitting at the table. I'm like, what is Coach Saban doing? Usually he don't sit at the table, right? But it was his star linebacker. He was like a linebacker. He's like a hybrid. He was like an end linebacker. So Coach Saban sitting there with his mother, right? And then he got drafted. He hugged Coach Saban, and he's like, "Told you, that's it. My job is done." His job was done. His job was done. So when he was interviewing, the lady was like, "So yeah, so exciting. You know, you just got drafted in the first round. But what were your plan B? Did you have a plan B? What was your plan B? What did you want to do if you weren't playing football?" He said, "This was my only plan. I only had a plan A." And he said it was only plan A. He said, my mother, when I was in Pop Warner all the way through middle school, my mother bought me shoulder pads. She was out there. He said his mother learned defensive schemes and she learned different because they couldn't really afford for him to go to camps. So she learned everything. She went and got a tape and learned the defensive drills. And she taught him herself. Okay? She taught him herself. He said it was, he said, no, he said the plan was the NFL. I had to make sure she did all she had to do to get me to where I go. And she got me to Alabama. And Coach Saban, when he sat down at my house, he promised my mother, he said, listen, I'm going to make sure he retire you. I'm going to make sure of it. That's what Coach Saban, she said, that's all he had to say to her. And my son, she said, I'm going to trust you with my son. He said, you trust me with your boy? I'm going to make sure he retire you. And guess what? He retired her. He's still playing. And he's a stepper in the NFL. He said, I'm gonna make sure I make sure he retire you. That was my plan. They ain't had no plan B. No plan B. That's what they need. I don't give a damn. Ain't no plan B. I'm here to kick some ass. I'm a mercenary. Okay? I'm a mercenary. Far as I'm concerned, the fight song is that Boosie Badass song. That's what we gonna be playing. That's the fight song. God damn it, we outside. We don't need cable. That's what we playing. We don't need cable. We outside. Okay? I ain't worried about no parties. I ain't worried about these fast ass women. I'm worried about my playbook, coach. I said, Coach, I'm here for my playbook. I'm here to go to school. And I'm here to watch some motherfucking film. And I'm here to work out. And I'm here to kick some ass. Congratulations. I'm on my way. That's what he want. He like, damn, I got a stepper here. You damn right. Okay. I ain't got time for no parties. I got to go to school. I got to get in my playbook. Okay. And I got to work out and I got to kick some ass. That's just what it is. That's what he need. He already got it already. He got it in Tafik. Listen, you can't tell me this man ain't no stepper, man. Tafik is a stepper. This man sat up there and played with one hand and caught an interception. He's a stepper. I have identified him already. He's going to the NFL. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I hope the universe protect him so he won't get hurt no more because he on his way. His life is about to change. His life, I have already identified it. His life is getting ready to change. And I said the same thing about Jimmy Horn. I said it on this microphone. I said, this man's life about to change. His life is about to change. Okay? That man sat up there and got in tip-top shape to the point where the coaches said he ain't had to play in the game. We already seen enough. I knew right then and there he made it. No, right then and there. And then you know what else reinforced it? When he got to training camp, the coach said we have to teach him to slow down. He's going too fast. I knew he made it. I knew he made it. He was too hungry. We need people hungry like Jimmy Horn. That's what we need. We need some hunger. Okay? That's what we need. We got him already. You can look at Brandon Davis Swain. He ain't rap tight. That man ain't rap tight. He's a good guy off the field. He's smart. Because I see academically he's smart. But when he get that helmet on, he ain't rap tight. That's what we need. We need somebody ain't rap tight on that defensive line. He not rap tight in a good way. Okay? He's not rap tight. That's what we need. We need some people on that defensive line that's not rap tight. Okay? Because you're going to be looking at them 300-pound offensive linemen like Myles Garrett. That ain't shit. You know how I say we need the spirit of Myles Garrett? Myles Garrett sat there in front of the best offensive line a lineman on the planet and got a sack on him. He did. Yes, he did. He did get a sack on him. Yes, he did. In that 49ers game, he sure did. He got a sack on Trent. I saw it. That's Trent. You don't get sacks on Trent. Not too many people can do that. Not too many. I need that mentality. Okay? I need some offensive linemen that look dangerous. They look dangerous. That's what I need. I need some offensive linemen that look dangerous. You know what I'm talking about. You can identify them. They look dangerous. That's what they need. And then guess what? Guess what? We're on top of the damn Big 12. It's real easy to get on top of the Big 12. You just need a bunch of mercenaries, like what's his name said. You need a bunch of mercenaries. It's for a fee, though. You got to pay the fee, and we coming to kick some ass. That's just what it is. It's not personal. Okay? It ain't personal. I don't want to share your jersey after the game. I want to kick your ass and go get on the bus and get up out of here. We took what we needed. That's it. You can find them in JUCO as well. You can find them. They're around the country. The mercenaries are around the country. You can find them. See, the people that's hungry, you don't need to tell them to work out. You don't. I knew Coach had a problem. I identified that he had a problem when he was asking the team, did anybody watch film? Y'all know you got to watch your film, do what you got to do. I knew he had a problem. You don't need to tell Ray Lewis to watch no film. I need the spirit of Ray Lewis. You don't need to tell him to watch film. And Ray Lewis had already identified why they only won 3 games. I have to repeat myself. I got to put in subtitles. Like I'm Sue Surf. Like I put in subtitles or something. He said, Ray Lewis said, a show of hands. How many people after the game go home and lock in and really lock in and go watch some film? Only 3 people raised their hand. Guys, that was the problem. That was the problem. That'll get your coach fired if you got a bunch of people like that. I don't give a damn if you got what kind of coordinator you got. That ain't gonna work. Only 3 people raised their hand. Now, a lot of people saying, well, why didn't this person play? Why didn't this person play? He might not been in that damn film study. He might not have been. Listen, it's so easy. Listen, effort, you can't teach effort. You can't teach hustle. You can't teach hustle, man. You cannot teach hustle. Everybody got talent. Everybody can run. Everybody lift weights. I'm talking about some hustle, though. Who got the hustle? Okay. I have identified one on the team, though, that's on that offensive line. He's up and coming. Remember, I said it. Remember this. I'm going to give him 2.5 to 3 years. He's walking that fucking stage. Remember, I said it. That's Yaya. He's walking that fucking stage. I'm telling you, he is. I identify. I can see it in his face. He's not rap tight. He's not rap tight. I can see it in his face. He's going to walk that stage. Remember, I said it. He's going to walk that stage, man. That kid is fast. I was like, what the fuck? I saw number 7 running. I saw him running with him. I said, oh, yeah. He 300 and some pounds? Yes. 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 He's going to walk that stage in his lifetime. He's going to walk it. In the near future, he's going to walk it. Remember, I said it. He's a stepper. We need more like that. Okay? So now we have identified what the problem is. The problem, they weren't watching enough film. That's the problem. They weren't into it. They said a lot of these kids, they know they're not going to the NFL shit. Why I got to sit up and give it all like that? You know what I'm saying? I got Shorty waiting at the house. I'm all bumped and bruised up. I'm tired. I can't even get with Shorty. Fuck that. I got my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here for the ride, get my education, and this and that. What you do, got to get your education. They need some players that ain't studying about no women right now. Okay? They studying about that playbook. Okay? The film study in school, working out, kicking some ass. In that order. That's it. You ain't got time for nothing else. And once they get 6 or 7 or more of those on defense, sky's the limit. Now we got a plan. Now you can put a plan in place. You got a bunch of Ray Lewis on the team, it can make any goddamn coach look good. If you got a bunch of Ray Lewises on the team, you ain't got to worry about Coach Hart. Okay? Damn near he'll be the damn linebacker coach of the year. He got people like that. So there we go. Yo-Yo is going to walk that stage. Why did I say walk the stage? Because he's going in the first round. Remember I said it. He got the hustle and he's fast and he's strong. He's strong as an ox. NFL need people like that. They need guards like that. No, they sure do. He got the size. He just got to believe. He just got to put the goddamn grind in, which I know he's doing. See, why is Jordan Seaton so good? Why? Why is he so good? Anybody know? It started, if you go to his first video on his YouTube page, that'll tell you the story. This is back when he was in high school. He was working out in the gym by himself, him and his brother. Just working out. Just working out by himself. He put all that work in by himself. And what did he do in the last offseason? He freaking transformed his body, looking like a damn bodybuilder. That's why he's going to the NFL. That's why. Don't let the jury and all that fool you. He's in the gym. He's a gym rat. That's why he's going. That's why. It's not hard to figure out. Y'all going with him because he got the hustle. That's why. You can out hustle people. That's it. Y'all always had blood on his jersey. That should tell you something. Yeah, man. Telling you, man. There's levels to this shit. Some people know they ain't going to NFL. I ain't going to NFL. I'm not sitting up here trying to grind like that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not sitting up here trying to give it up like that. They got to find the people that want to give it up like that. I don't give a damn what the stars are. You could find a 2-star and he can grind his way to the top. That's right. Find a 2-star and grind his way to the top. You just gotta, it's the conversation. He can identify these people. Okay, well, check this out. Coach Prime had identified somebody right away. That's how good he is with it. When he gave, after the Louis Luggage speech, you can go to Bucky's channel if you don't believe me. He met with the wide receiver room. Jordan Travis was there. He was in crutches. And Coach said to him, he said, well, what happened? What game you get hurt in? And then he said, well, your numbers, something about your numbers are impressive, man. He shook his head and looked at him. He said, man, your numbers are impressive. He shook his head and he was like, yeah, you know, Coach was like, we can do something with this guy. Your numbers are impressive. He said that to him, but he didn't catch it. He didn't catch it. He didn't realize he was part of that luggage. He didn't realize it. He left. He felt some type of way and he left. That's why he went and apologized to him. After the Arizona State game, this past game, he went to Coach, found him in the locker room and apologized. He didn't even take his uniform off, still had his helmet on, went and apologized because he left like that. Coach had already identified that he was the dog. He identified him immediately. He said, man, that was impressive what you did. I like them numbers. He was shaking his head at him. He was the only person that he was looking at in that room. Go look. Go look. Real players recognize each other. They do. He recognized them, but he didn't think that Coach had him in the plans. He did have him in the plans. Imagine if he was on the team with Travis and Jimmy and all them. Man, please. He missed it. He missed it, but guess what? He was so good, he went to Arizona and still made it. He still did, but he didn't get kicked off that team like these people said. Didn't they say that? Didn't they say that? They said, well, yeah, they told him to leave. They were sitting up there lying. They were sitting up there lying. No, he did not tell him to leave. No, he did not. No, he did not. He did not tell him to leave. He left on his own. Coach didn't tell them boys to leave. Listen, I wish he would have gave that Louis Luggage speech to me. I would have stood. I said, well, guess what? I said, Coach, you got some luggage over here too. Okay? You got some luggage. And guess what? Ben, that's why I respect Ben. You know why? He may not had all the talent like everybody else, but goddamn it, he sat there and grinded. He said, I'm not going nowhere. And I bet you he saw that field, didn't he? He did see the field. Charlie didn't go nowhere either, and he saw the field. He was looking for a few good men. Damn right. Nothing beats the hustle. That's all he need. Let me tell you something. He can go get 60 players tomorrow. And if he got out of the 60, if he got at least 30 out of the 60 that got that kind of mindset, they on their way. In 1 year, they're on their way. But it's hard to get though. It's a hit or miss with some people. You don't know what you're going to get until you get there. Some people got attitude problems. Let me tell you something. You know how I know some certain people not a dog? They get in their feelings with hard coaching. Nope. Nope. Dogs don't get in their feelings with hard coaching. Okay. I remember I played with somebody. You had to smack him in the helmet a few times. He wanted you to do it to get his ass mad. He wanted to get mad before the game. You know what I'm saying? Because the coach told you, y'all got to find something to get mad about. You got to put it in your head about something. You mad about something. That's it. And that's how you get it. Let me tell you something, man. Lawrence Taylor was so good that a lot of young people don't realize how good he was. It's not too many people like him. He was that good. He had an attitude every single game. He was talking to himself. He was beefing with the whole damn team. He was just beefing with the left tackle. He didn't even like the tackle blocking him. He said, "You blocked me the wrong way, and I'm mad with you." Slap him upside the head. It was crazy. This dude was intimidating 300-pound linemen. Craziness. That's all you need. And then these people, it's okay for the people to switch up. I like when people switch up. I love it. I love when people switch up. They'll be back. They'll be back when that 8-4, that 9-3 season come back. They'll be back. Or that 10-2 season, they'll be back. Oh, I knew coach would do it. Because, I already see what they're going to say. I already knew it. Because history repeats itself. I knew it was coming. He had no choice. I knew he was motivated. I knew he was going to do it. They sitting up there trying to play him like he don't know the X's and O's. They trying to play him, dog. Yeah, he do know the X's and O's, but he ain't no damn coordinator. Okay? He's a head coach. Yeah, they playing him right now, though. That's cool. They even playing the people that support and calling us prime sexuals. You know what I'm saying? Prime sexuals. Saying they said we donut glazing or whatever they call us glazers or whatever that is. I ain't never call us glazers. Donut glazers or something. I'm just telling you what they need. They need somebody with that mentality. They need an offensive lineman so dangerous that he might be punching lockers before he get out in that game. That's how mad he is. You know how dangerous that is? That's what they need, yo. They need somebody like that. He needs somebody to tell the team, like, listen, we here to go rob these people. We're going to rob them. We're going to take what we want. We're going to play bully ball, and we're going to get back on the plane and come home. That's it. The legal way, though. You don't want to hurt nobody, but the legal way. And you're not hitting my quarterback. You're not hitting my court. Listen, I promise you, if I was offensive lineman and Juju hair got pulled out, I would have got kicked out of the game. I promise you that. I would have got kicked out of the game. I would have grabbed that kid with a big ass offensive line. He got his neck grabbed. His neck would have got grabbed. And I would have got kicked out of the game. And then coaches would have been mad. I said, coaches, listen here. You don't do that to my quarterback. You understand? You don't do that to my quarterback. Somebody getting hands laid on him. Period. They would have respected it. You're going to get hands laid on you. I want to let the whole Big 12 know. Pull his hair out and see what happened. See what happened now. You're gonna get hands laid on you. That's just what it is. Some of these people are soft. We don't need nobody soft. That's how you're not gonna get to the Big 12 by being soft. Only reason I don't know if they soft, but Chidozie said it. He said y'all lazy or something. He said, how many fights you got in this year? None. Yeah. Crazy. We need somebody that look like Chidozie. You know how he look in the face? He look like he don't play. That's what they need. And they'll be straight. No matter what coach you got people like that. So that's what I wanted to say. Happy Saturday, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I went in a zone. What's up with the comments, man? You said Chidozie called them lazy and soft. And then Ray Lewis said nobody only raised their hand but 3 people. That's why they lost. That's why they only won 3 games, man. That's it. Quarterback, it was in a deer in the headlights. Come on, man. What you expect? You expect to go to the Big 12? Shit. Unless you're sitting up here doing voodoo. You ain't wouldn't go in the Big 12 like that. You can't be a soft D line. I ain't never heard nothing like that. Those are the tough guys. You know, the trenches are the tough guys. Seaton can't do it by himself. Y'all can't do it by himself. You just need a few more people to help him out. Because they lost some of those linemen because they don't have no more eligibility. They lost the center. He didn't have no more eligibility. He was done. I think Larry Johnson is done. But they were good. It's just everybody know what they need. They need somebody like Chidozie, that mentality. That's all they need. They be straight. A few more people like Arden Walker and Twin. That's it, and they be straight. So I like the word mercenary. That's all you need is the mercenary, but they require a fee though. That's right. We going on a clandestine mission. I say, Coach, me and my boys, we going on a clandestine mission. Get ready for the ride. Okay? We gonna go rob these people. That's what we gonna do. Okay? I remember one time we beat this team. We ain't had no business beating this team because we were already garbage. And we were a small school. But this school was up in the suburbs. These are rich kids. But they were good though. And we just said this, so we just gonna play bully ball. They not tougher than us. We gonna play bully ball. And we were right in the game. They still won the game, but it was close. And we played bully ball. One dude started complaining to the ref that somebody ain't playing fair. That's how you know you got them. Saying he kept getting hit upside his face mask on the defensive line. They hit me on my face. He headbutted me. All types of stuff. It was all types of dirty business going on. Headbutts, face to the chin, everything. We sat there and stayed when they couldn't believe it. They were getting their ass kicked. You said fire Ralphie. All right, we got a new Ralphie, right? She good. You said you knew it was about to be a long season. You talking about Tank? Tank in the NFL. He sure is. Now I know you like, how did he get that he's in the NFL? I told y'all he was going. I said it the first year. I said he going to the NFL. I said it. He's not a bad offensive lineman. He just, whatever reason, he did what he did. I know what he did. I ain't gonna repeat it. I know what he did. I saw the play when he just released his hands and let Shador get teed off on. I saw it. And I said, watch when he go to the other school, what type of season he gonna have. Craziness. You said, why is Coach Hart still on the team? Shit, getting ready for the season, coaching. Listen, it don't matter if Coach Hart the linebacker. You need a few Ray Lewis on that team. Then we gonna be like Coach Hart. He doing what he doing. Like Shannon Sharp said. What did he say? He said, a donkey ain't winning the Kentucky Derby. A donkey ain't winning the Freakness. And the last leg is the Belmont Stakes. He's not winning the Belmont Stakes. We know that's the last leg of the Triple Crown. He's not winning the Belmont Stakes. Don't give a damn if the donkey not winning it. You need a thoroughbred. That's right. You need a thoroughbred, yo. And he was right. Secretariat was the business, was the complete business. Secretariat was the complete business. Actually, Secretariat, the home of Secretariat, if you ever go to Virginia, if you ever go down 95, where King's Dominion is, across the street from King's Dominion is where Secretariat was raised. I've been there. It'll say it. It's a plaque there, the home of Secretariat. Yeah, Tank in the NFL. He sure is. Go look. Gerald Christensen, like Lichtenham. Go look. He in the NFL. He sure is. I know you like how he get there because he's good. That's why. He did what he did when he was there the first year. I didn't like it. I don't know if somebody pissed him off. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, he with the Ravens. Go ask LeJontay. He's there. Okay. And I said it the first year. I said he going to the NFL. They like, Max, no, he not. I said he's good. Yes, he is. He is going to the NFL. They said, well, why he getting up all these sacks? I said, go ask him. Go ask him. And I said, watch what he do when he go to his other team. Watch what he does. He ain't gonna give up too many sacks. And he sure did. He got a basketball background. I know he got feet. He got basketball background and soccer. He got feet. But whatever he did it. I believe he did it on purpose. But I don't want to just keep putting that on people. But he sure did. He in the NFL, man. They said, Max, he not going to the NFL. I said, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he sure is hell there. And the NFL is hard to get into. It's hard. And he got there. It's hard, man. It's like hitting the lottery. You said everyone wants to blame Salter, but the secondary was bad. The thing is, it just didn't work out for him. Sometimes it happens that way. It just so happened he ain't had no more eligibility left. Yeah, then just didn't work out. You said allow them to throw the money. When it started, it means more, right? Earn the money. But a lot of these kids in the portal, they asking for some money. That's the way it is now. You got to break bread. But you got to get the right mercenaries. You said Salter going to run a 4.3 at Pro Day. You think he going to run a 4.3 at Pro Day? If he wants to play, Watch this. If he really, really, really still want to play football, he can go to Canada and build up there. Because he for sure will play there. For sure. Shit. Doug Flutie started in Canada. He can too. A lot of people started in Canada. Warren Moon did too, I believe. He's in the Hall of Fame now. You said Max Eller team trying to get Coach Prime play. Of course, that's just the way it is. They are developing. They developed Jordan Seaton. They developing Draylon Miller. They developing Cam Michael, a few others, Brandon Davis Swain. They are developing. But the thing is, it looks like when a lot of players leave like that, it hurts a little bit because it's hard to get, that cohesiveness, playing a couple years together. It's hard. It's not like the team is well established right now, like Alabama. Like they're gonna lose a lot of players, but it's the next man up there. And they throwing Jordan a bag. I know they are. And Lane Kiffin's sniffing around too. He's sniffing around with a bag. But I don't think he's going. Juju, like I said, he shared something on his IG stories that they got a new offensive coordinator, so he's not going. I don't think so. Some people are wishing that these players leave because they low key on the hate train now. They low key want them all to leave. They want to see a train wreck. That's what they want to see now. It's not sad. It's just people switch up. It's okay. People switch up in life. You can know somebody for many years. They just switch up on you. So a little bit of switching, but it's okay. That's why I like what's his name. He don't be switching up. He just like what it is. He stayed positive. I have to stay more positive. Like what's his name? Well, damn. I'm having a senior moment. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He the most positive person on this thing. That's life in football. I need to be like that. I need to be that positive. But occasionally I jump out the window. You know what I'm saying? He don't. But actually he did one time. He's like, man, they ain't playing Shador yet. Come on, man. Like he was like, come on, this is crazy. He did it once. He don't switch up. He's just what it is. Colin don't be switching up. He just what it is. Like he tell the truth now too. He do. He said, look, we need this, we need that. But they gonna do it. Other ones, man, they sitting up there talking about, I don't know what they talking about. Yeah, they all leaving 60 players. 60. God damn, that's a lot though. 60 is a lot. I don't care what you're talking about. 60 is a lot, but it now I know what you're saying. It's not a lot, Max. A lot of teams lose a lot of play. I know, but they're established though. I know. But it's all good. It's all good, man. I just know they gonna be sitting up there trying to win something. I'm here for it. Because you ain't gonna hear the end of my mouth. Once they switch this thing around, let's say that the season come up, they start off the season 5-0. You ain't gonna never hear the last of my mouth. You're never gonna hear it. I'm gonna have to contain myself. I'm gonna have to contain myself. I'm gonna have to contain it. All you need is just a few good men. That's it. And you can get there. You only got 100 players on the team. Damn, and down to 40. Yeah, that's crazy. It's a lot when you're not established. Like, because I said it's shaking up because Travis and them left, so they had to rebuild from that, and then they got rebuilt again. So it's a lot. Now I could see if he was there after like 5-6 years that it wouldn't hurt him because he already got his base players. But that's the nature of college football. People hitting that transfer portal, though. A lot of teams hitting it. A lot of people from Alabama hitting it. Georgia. It's the way it is. You got some players, Alabama. I mean, that depth chart so deep. Some people ain't even guaranteed to play. They lucky to get on special teams with that type of team, especially what Lane Kiffin about to do in LSU. Shit, you lucky you get on special teams. It's crazy. Them days are gone when Coach Saban had all the dogs. He was like the gatekeeper. He said he needs 4 dogs on the O, and yeah, and that's it. He said depends on who hit. If Byard, Seaton, Merritt, or Marion leave, yeah, that's it. If they leave, oh my God. Well, I have to look at things, at least the cap space clear up. Now you're gonna have to really go buy a roster. You're gonna have to go buy a roster. Yeah, I know they said there's gonna be a few big names leaving, but I believe it when I see it. They said some negotiation going on right now. He said to try to save. They're trying to save the roster, trying to negotiate, but that's why so many people ain't into the portal yet. I'm like, come on, man. You guys were wrong about Jordan Tyson. So I have to take it with a grain of salt because y'all were wrong about him because he went and apologized. You said Owen Seaton so far the only NFL talent. Tafiq as well. Draylon too. Yep, number 7 too. If they would run that ball more and let him stretch, he might get to the NFL. The one that transferred from Ohio State. He can get some FCS and JUCO players that want to come up. But I'm like I said, I'm in the real world too. I mean, it takes a couple years to rebuild, but they try. I know he not Coach Prime not trying to wait. He want to win now. He ain't trying to wait. But hopefully they get close to their mark. Get to a bowl game like that. Oh, eligible NFL players now. Oh, Marion is eligible now. He's eligible right now if he want to declare. Yeah, Byard stay healthy. He's going. Omarion can leave now if he wanted to. He can put his name in the hat, but he probably would come back. You said this go-go system may highlight Hayden. Right, that's what I'm saying. They got the running backs. That's not the issue. Yeah, their running game is not bad. Some people saying the go-go system is not going to tailor to the quarterback. I don't know. He might adjust around his talents. He might do that. And some people were saying that some systems is not built for certain players to go to the NFL. That's true in a certain way, but like for example, Dylan Gabriel, he got to the NFL because he was in a system. But he was in that, Oregon system. You put Shador in the same system, they would have had the same record. Their system is just really good. They put a whole system around him. But dude, I saw something. This is guy. He took the all 22 film, but what he did was he concentrated on the offensive line. One of these plays, the offensive lineman did something. I thought it was a glitch. I thought it was AI. It's not. They one dive to the left and one dive to the right and laid down. It's out there. I couldn't believe they did that. I'm talking about like they dived down like they were going swimming. That's what they did. And laid down, and then the defensive line came right at Shador, but he handed the ball off, and Judkins got stopped. The reason why Judkins got stopped because that's what they did. It's there. The guy pointed it out. He said, "This is not right." There was somebody else. It was Chase Daniels or somebody. He said he didn't like the coverage. He said the coverage was off. I forget it. He said it. Another guy said it. He said he didn't like the coverage. He said it's not good. So yeah, it's just crazy, bro. You said he is automatically comparable to Jay Tyson. You said this year don't have strong wide receivers. You think he should go to the NFL now? You said Omarion is going to LSU. Now, see, I don't like that. So if he go to LSU, think about this. That means somebody had to have hit him up. If that was the case, they need to investigate stuff like that. You can't hit a player up unless he's in the portal, but they do it anyway. But I don't know, man. I hear a lot of things, but it's secondhand. I mean, some people are saying that one guy came in and said, you got to talk to Juju dad. No, well, Juju, he wouldn't have put that in his stories, man, that, they got a coach coming. Or maybe he did it just to show his friend that it's some bullshit. I don't know. But I'll be surprised if he leave, put it that way. He can block. He can block if he want to. He can block. I don't know if it's like some of those plays that you're talking about. I don't know if it's like frustration plays. Why missed a couple blocks? I don't know. That those are effort plays. When you have to block and stuff, you just have to give the effort. Just like that player right now, he's getting investigated. The one that ran out of bounds when he could have hit the touchdown, he's getting investigated. He might not ever play football again. I hope he know that. He probably his football playing days after this season might be over. They might just drop him and nobody ever pick him back up because it's a problem in the league right now. All over, man. That whole NBA scandal, that transcends sports, man. I think so. You can have a few players here and there. That wasn't right. He purposely ran out of bounds. That wasn't right. You say he has 10 plus penalties trying to block. Well, I guess that means that they have to in training camp go over the fundamentals. That's what that means. We got to practice the fundamentals then. But yeah, man, it's gonna be off to the races, man. I'm telling you, it's off to the races. I'll be back a little later to see what's going on with the news. A couple of people hit the portal, but it's the news. I'm expecting some news today, but January 2nd, mark your calendars. January 2nd, the portal officially opens. So mark your calendars for that. Watch a little football today, see what's going on. But other than that, y'all have a good Saturday. I'll be back a little bit later. Not a little bit later, but sometime at some point, a couple hours from now, I'll be back. Cover some more news. You guys have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back.